this is the thing that really gets me. If Donald Trump is so evil, why is it only the left trying to silence people? Why is it only the left that assaults the Bill of Rights? If Donald Trump is such an evil guy, when was the last time Donald Trump did anything to get in the way of the practice of our religion, the free expression of our religion, like Obama did when he sued the Little Sisters of the Poor? The Little Sisters of the Poor. I mean, how much of a villain do you have to? You have to twirl your mustache to go after the Little Sisters of the Poor to force them to pay for for contraception. I mean, it's like when he did that, I was like, I thought, gee, if there were any media at all, if we had any honest media, they would be looking at the President of the United States saying, you are using the power of the government to go after the Little Sisters of the Poor. It's like, no, Mr. President, don't make us pay for it. Yes, you will pay for contraception, Little Sisters of the Poor. It will. You will pay, or I'll tie you to the railroad tracks. But I mean, he got away with it because the press wouldn't do it. If Donald Trump is so evil, why are the only people who want to get rid of the right to free speech on the left? Why is that? I do not understand it. You know, there was a review of a book, interestingly enough, there's a review of a book in the Wall Street Journal today called iGen, Why Today's Super-Connected Kids Are Growing Up Less Rebellious, More Tolerant, Less Happy, and Completely Unprepared for Adulthood. And the interesting thing about it is it's by this woman, Jean Twenge. And I read that and I thought, gee, didn't we just talk about her on the show? And in fact, she had written an op-ed, and this happens a lot because you want to promote your book, you write an op-ed to sort of go along with it. But she was writing about the fact that suicide is now the second cause of death among young adults, which is a stunning observation, a stunning fact, a stunning stat. And she writes this book where she says tolerance is their religion. This is the review of the book. Church-going and faith are in free fall among iGeners. So iGeners are like the next generation up. Their views on LGBTQ matters are more liberal than those of any previous generation, so too their views of sex. They're having less sex themselves, but are less judgmental about the sexual habits of others, which is really interesting because it's a failure to preach what you practice. It means that you know that you should have a little self-control. You know that promiscuity is bad, but you don't want to tell anybody. You don't want to tell anybody. Keep it to yourself and let them get syphilis. To support, they don't want to. But there's something that they are not tolerant about, and that was what Dr. Piper was saying. It's deemed, if it's an offense against tolerance itself, because tolerance is their religion. So members of iGen, Ms. Twenge say, are more likely than their predecessors to support restricting speech. She found that more than 1 out of 4 students, 28%, agreed that a faculty member who on a single occasion says something racially insensitive in class should be fired, while 16% believe a student who did the same thing once should be expelled. In a rare moment of judgmentalism, Ms. Twenge adds, this is the dark side of tolerance. It begins with the good intentions of including everyone and not offending anyone, but ends at best with a reluctance to explore deep issues, and at worst with careers destroyed by a comment someone found offensive and the silencing of all alternative viewpoints. I mean, this is the problem. This is the problem. You can talk about Donald Trump's manners, which are terrible. You can talk about his bullying, which is the thing I find most offensive about him. You can talk about his personality being unbridled and, uncontrolled and all this stuff. But why is it, if he is so evil, why is it that the dear Father Obama, who we miss so much because he cried that his side are the only people violating, openly trying to destroy the Bill of Rights? I don't understand it. I do not understand why good manners trumps actual destruction of our values and of the laws that have protected us for so long.